Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakakadash, and give double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who will teach our sound doctrine, and peace and blessings to your elect. Now this is just a quick lesson. I seen a brother dye garments from Basra. I believe his name is Aisha. I can't remember. I think his name is Aisha something. So like if I'm wrong, but therefore check that brother's page out. When you get the chance, I'll put the link in the description box. This it's a scripture because something that I've just sat down and thought about. Some of these people actually forget the power of the of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. No, they forget the power of the Most High. And of course, all the Father gives all dominion, to the Son. So the only one above, Yahushua is Yahweh himself, and then virtually everything else is under Yahushua. But of course, everything, including Yahushua, is under Yahweh. So wait. Yeah. I had that right. Everything, every other being is under Yahweh. Directly under Yahweh. Of course, you have Yahweh Shai, and then it would be Michael the archangel. With him, this is Job 12:16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his, and the deceiver is simply talking about, the spiritual demon Satan, and it can also be applied, to Esau as well, because Esau is a physical counterpart, and on this side, because people actually saying, the madness that they believe that Satan's at war with the Most High. The Most High created Satan. He turned bad. He went to war with Michael and the archangels. He got kicked out of heaven. Those fallen angels came down, had bred with the women, and they create these gigantic children and all this extra stuff. But this is not the case, man. Because, like I brought up in one of my previous lessons, if Satan really was at war with with the Most High and whatnot, why did he have to come and present himself, before the Lord? When basically when the sons of God were basically presenting themselves, and if so, why didn't Yahweh just wipe him out on the spot just like that? Instead, what did he say to him? He's basically asking, where you coming from? Saying answered him, he's been from going to and fro and walking up and down the earth, roughly paraphrasing. Because of course, Satan can inflict harm on somebody, but it ultimately has to have the green light, of the Most High, man. Nothing is done without him without his yes, without his okay. Just having the scripture lined up. And this is Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. And even in Amos 3:6. So then, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Because the Lord creates both. Yeah, the Lord created both good and evil, and everything is under his control, man. Just like, can't remember the king, but it was in 2 Kings, where he basically sent the evil spirit into the mouth of his prophets, man. Now, an evil spirit, that's an evil So like a lion spirit, he sent the lion spirit into the mouth of his prophets, and a lion spirit, that's an evil spirit, because a lion isn't something that's righteous, so it has to be evil, right? But the question is, if all this war was happening, then how did Yahweh manage to send the lion spirit into the mouth of the prophet? That's because everyone basically works for him, and including Satan. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had to have the Most High's permission to go and test Job. And when the Lord said, "Don't take away his life," he couldn't take away his life. When the Lord would say, basically, don't really do him any harm. You can't do him any harm, man, because Satan knows who his creator is. He knows who his creator is, and his job his job is like a spirit. He's meant to test you. He's testing if you are really diligent in what you really think you are in your mind. Just like Job was tested and he kept his integrity, and just like we all gonna be tested, man, because the MOB is right around the corner. Because I seen a post on Instagram about Sweden. I think it was Sweden, basically doing the what they call it again, the the V passports, the passes, on a chip. I'm like, listen, listen, we ride the door, man. We ride the door. We gonna see how they come. We gonna see how they. I'm so, we're gonna see how they're gonna bring out the Marcus, because the way things are going, we could be looking at the Marcus, like even early mid next year, man. The way things are going. Salak, back to the point. But yeah, Satan's job is to sift you, but people have got the idea misconstrued, where Satan can go off and do his own thing, and he's not under basically the authority of the Most High. Listen, man. In the spirit realm, there's complete order. Everything is in order, man. Everything's in complete order. That's why when you're going through something, you're going through some kind of hardship or whatnot, man, don't just throw in the towel, because you don't know if, you don't even know what's going on in the spirit realm, man. Because, that could be another Job situation, and that could be the Lord testing you to see if you stand firm with your integrity. And you folding just because you're weak, that's just like, that's just showing the Lord saying, this guy ain't the one, man. He ain't it. And that's something that you don't want. Because if you ain't it, and you throwing in the towel so quick, then what reason have you given, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to even lift a finger to defend you in the time of Jacob's trouble, man? Because that's going to be a time, very unprecedented time, unlike any other point in history before. It's going to be so bad that you can't even imagine it, man. But yeah, this is the account. And this is, basically First Kings. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith, and said, I will go forth and I will be a lion spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. He said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. But, how is he able, how was the Lord telling the lion spirit to get into the mouth of the prophets? Because the Lord controls, and he's created all, everything, including good and evil, man. And just to go up and show you the conversation. So the Lord is basically saying, who shall persuade Ahab? And then the Spirit said, I will persuade him. So you could imagine, you got all these evil spirits to say, yeah, I will do this. I can do this. I'll do this. Just like you kind of volunteer, like in a class, and you see something, the whole class may see something that they like, and then they all trying to give reasons as to why they should do it. That's the same thing that's going on here. Like I said, I want to make, I didn't want to overrun. It's kind of been longer than it should have been, but it's all good, man. Just like I said before, don't be quick to throw in the towel, because you don't know if it's, if it's the Lord using Satan to test you, man. Because if you're being tested by Satan, man, it's actually a great honor when you look at it, man, because you know that you're on the right path and you know that you're doing something good, man. And, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua could be showing that he's found favor in you. So you throwing in the towel in the first minute of the test, man, you should be ashamed of yourself, man. This is 2 Timothy 2:3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Hamashiach. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. And who chose us to be a soldier? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, by taking us out of the world and, stopping us from doing the wickedness that we used to do. And in closing, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Chakadash. Until next time, Shalom.